This thing might be the best gig opportunity if you like routed, predictable deliveries. So you have predictable pay. This might be the best thing since Amazon Flex. Amazon Flex typically has a wait list as well. Let me know if you're waitlisted on Flex. And this is from one of the biggest gig apps out there right now. So DoorDash DashLink, routed deliveries on DoorDash. Is this the next best, and it's pretty new too, the next best earnings opportunity for gig workers? So we have a Dasher here in this video that's gonna attempt a DashLink routed shift. But firstly, look, this is DashLink and it's kind of hard to find. So go into your profile menu, click on Dasher preferences. You should have preferences now. And I see it hidden here. Scroll over to DashLink and then go into waitlist. And then here's the actual waitlist. You can't just go online usually to start getting routes. You got to sign up for a wait list. We see how many drivers are already waiting here. And at least here in Pittsburgh, here's a typical pay and the mileage. Now you might be thinking the pay per mile, well, that's pretty important. It is, but at least I would know where I'm going, unlike Amazon Flex. And might the pay be better? Let's find out. I'm curious, what's the hourly pay going to be for this Dasher, the payout per mile, and here's the trade-off. Amazon Flex, you get predictable hourly pay, guaranteed pay, but it might be more stops per hour. So is that going to be a pain?
These orders are basically group orders.
Oh, here's several.
Show up like this. These are a few examples.
Thank you for the examples. Hold on, let me take a look at one of these. Wait, what did you accept?
Accepting this batch.
All right. Why did you accept the batch that's even lower amount of pay? Hold on here. $37.50 for 24.5 miles. What's the goal that I want? Do you know, by the way? If not, I mean, welcome to the team. I would love to have you subscribe here because I want you to have $1.75 paid out per mile minimum to be like at least kind of in the green. Ideally, $2 to $3 plus per mile. If you're settling, it's like $1.20. This is $1.53 paid out per mile. So that's under kind of our break even, or I guess more than break even, our ideal of $1.75. So remember, like I said, unlike Amazon Flex, you can see the routes. I'll say right there, I already like this better than Amazon Flex, because on Flex, you don't know until you get to that warehouse and you scan a QR code. Congratulations, there's your entire route. You can accept or decline just like any DoorDash offer. Look, there's the decline button. I already love that. I don't love $37.50 for $24.50. What did he decline, by the way? $49.50 for 36.7. What is that? Okay, that's $135 a mile. That's good. Decline that one. What about this one? 45 for 29.6. That's 152. And then 42.75 for 32.6. That's 131 as well. So these are hovering around 130 to 150 a mile.
So show up at the DashLink warehouse, show your ID, and they hand you a cart.
Now that's similar to Amazon Flex. So depending on where you drive, what do you have, by the way? Let me know, because here in Pittsburgh, I don't do a lot of Flex, but you go to the warehouse, you line up in a grid pattern basically, or rows. I mean, basically it's the same thing kind of. And then they wheel out the carts to you. Other places you go into the warehouse like this, do this exact same thing basically on Flex, and then yes, you retrieve or they give you the cart. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. It said he had
You
what?
then have to scan.
8 stops. So scanning each package exactly like Amazon Flex.
Or there's a barcode on each package. You just scan it.
You know what? You need to
The scan does fail.
put the stop number if you can. That is a big hack on Amazon Flex, and I wish I did that sooner. So scanning the barcodes on DashLink, if you can, do the same thing. carry a Sharpie with you or a little pen and just write down the stop number. Now, I think he only has 8 stops, but on Flex, you have like 25, 35, 40 plus stops. You're going to need to do that. And I'm betting not all DashLink shifts are going to be like 8 stops.
You have to scan the package first before you drop it off. Take a picture.
Let's take a look. So drop-off instructions, scan the barcode. That's the same as Flex as well. You scan it to confirm you have the right package. Take a photo of the package, add the drop-off, and that's basically it. That's actually a little cleaner than Amazon Flex, because Flex, you have to confirm arrival, and then I think it's like begin delivery. You get the box or the package, you scan it, then you like click confirm, then you deliver it, then you click like confirmed destination, like front door garage, then you click finished delivery, and I think you might even click like leaving or starting next to that. There's a lot of things in Amazon Flex, albeit they've said that they've improved and streamlined that process a little bit.
And then you hit complete, and then the delivery is done.
It's basically a contactless delivery, right? That you do on DoorDash. It's just a box, a package.
The second delivery had 2 packages going to the same customer. The app will not allow you to scan both packages. You have to do them one at a time, which is a little annoying, but scan.
I'm looking so confused because it does that on stacked offers even. So if you have a Wendy's and then they tack on Walgreens, so it's 2 orders going to the same customer, you have to do 2 individual like completion cycles on DoorDash. So, okay, Wendy's, drop it, take a picture, click confirm delivery. Now complete your Walgreens. Take the thing, put it down, take a picture, click confirm. You can't do it in just one go. I would love if on Flex, on any platform, anything, DashLink, or even just regular DoorDash stacked orders, any stacked order, would you like that? Where I can just take a picture of the one bundle. I get it. It's like probably a verification thing for each like part of the delivery, but it would make it a lot easier.
This next delivery, I encountered the customer, so let's watch. Hello, Maria. Delivery from Amway.
Oh, so he contacted a customer directly. So this will definitely happen. I'd argue, do you agree with this, that a customer might intercept you more on package delivery than food delivery. And you kind of think it would be the inverse because they're hungry and they're waiting for the food. But for whatever reason, maybe the type of customer or the urgency, maybe even the dollar amount, because some of this stuff is obviously more expensive than like your Wendy's order. So that's why they want to be there to receive it. Or if they know that their area is prone to like package theft, so there's that too. And trust me, I know when I lived by SDSU in San Diego, California, I had like 4 or 5 packages taken off of our front porch. I was renting a room in a house in the year and a half, maybe, that I was living in that particular location. But I never say, hey, who's the offer for? Hey, I'm doing a DoorDash package delivery. What is the name under? But that's up to you. You start asking names on any niche on food delivery, package, or grocery. Could you imagine doing like Walmart Spark Grocery or Instacart Grocery? Hey, I have groceries. Who's the order number? They're going to look at you like, what are you talking about? Okay, so we didn't say there's a hand it to me option.
And here's my last delivery, and I encountered the customer again here. So I'll just take a picture.
Oh, so he did ask to take a picture. And if we can, right here, if I can pause the screenshot, scan barcode, take a photo, add description, and complete delivery. On this screenshot, there is no handed to customer. You're gonna DoorDash, that's something to think about. You're gonna 100% have couriers that encounter customers. Some aren't gonna know. Some customers are gonna be like super quick, grab it, hey, thanks, and leave. And then some dashers in this case are gonna be unsure of what to do or just shy of like still asking to take a picture. So we might wanna address that to have something in there. Either the handed to customer And I don't know if there's another screen in here when you're doing a DashLink that explains this. I'll look for a support article, but Dashers 100% need to know what to do if they run into a customer like this. So this Dasher did say, hey, I still need to take a picture.
All base pay, no tips.
No tips? Base pay only, $37.50, right? So, okay, merchandise from H&M, if I'm reading that correctly, was eligible for a tip, but everything else says ineligible. Now, you can't get tips on Amazon.com warehouse runs on Flex. So there's not even a chance to get any tips on warehouse runs. You can get it on Amazon Fresh grocery runs. So at least there's some tips on DashLink. This Pandion, I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look it up. Is that a grocery store? Those are all ineligible. I'm wondering if that's niche specific, like, hey, grocery stores don't qualify or this and that don't qualify, or if certain retailers would opt in. I also believe it depends on where the offer was placed. So if it was placed on, let's say, Pandion's website, and then they use, what's it called? Dash Direct, where they only use DoorDashers specifically for their logistics, as in their delivery, since it was placed on Pandion's websites, then it's maybe not eligible for a tip because that's how Pandion set up their system. But if it was placed on DoorDash's website, DoorDash would control that more and then maybe offer tips on that, because when the customer places the order on DoorDash's website, there's that area to leave a tip. And it's still earned per offer. Even though it's a routed delivery, it's still classified as earned per offer. I guess that makes sense because each offer is treated individually. This just happens to be like a mega stacked offer. It's a DashLink. It's a routed delivery. But then each offer might get tips based on that criteria we just mentioned.
Here are some stats.
Oh, perfect. Appreciate it. Oh, was it worth it? Let's find out. So the 10 deliveries, 25 miles. What was the original offer? What did it say? Okay, yeah, 24.5 miles. So that's accurate. 1.5 hours equates to $25 an hour. See, that's good. That's solid, but he's only making $3.75 per offer. So if you're using our earnings tracking spreadsheet or something else to track your miles, you'll know that I want you to get $7 on average per offer. But this is different, right? This is the batched run. $3.75, it kind of makes sense because like Amazon Flex, this isn't standard DoorDash, this is DashLink. So you're going to be doing more stops per hour. This is kind of like if you did the volume strategy, accepting more offers, but they're low paying exactly like this to equal $25 an hour. This is basically exactly like that volume strategy that I teach you. Based on this preliminary shift, the hourly is pretty good. It's comparable to Flex if Flex had bonus pay, typically. And then the payout per mile, even that, I'd argue both of those things might be better than Amazon Flex. Was this worth it? For $1.50 a mile, $25 an hour, I'll say more stops per hour, $3.75 per offer. I'll say it's kind of worth it if it's better than Flex, number one, to get that $25 an hour, which is pretty good. The pay per mile is not ideal, but it's not like I've had Flex like 90 cents a mile. Some of my Flex runs, both retail and Amazon.com, have been like $1.10 a mile. You're still going to have the same problems like Flex if a package is undeliverable, access issues, dogs and pets at delivery, but you're going to have that for basically any delivery platform. But keep in mind, this is just one DashLink run. And we saw other similar runs, at least for this day, we'll say, were $1.30 to $1.50 a mile. So if we can bump that up, think about this, just a little bit. If we can bump up the pay per mile to like at least $1.60, as you know, minimum of $1.75, this would be perfect.